In this video, we will discuss Allow Authorization setup. Allow Authorization is a function that restricts user authorizations to be able to use only part of ERP basic codes, like part of item codes, only part of customer codes, location codes, and department codes. In order to set up Allow Authorization, you need to go through two steps. First, you need to go to each basic code setup menu and create level groups by using the corresponding button. And after that, you need to go to Register User menu, and in Allow Authorization Setup window, you need to select Accessible Group option and select Accessible Groups. The path to Allow Authorization Setup is you need to go to User Customization, User Setup, Register User menu. Click on the corresponding user ID and go to Authorization tab at the top and click Allow Authorization Setup. And in the pop-up window, if you check all options, the user will be able to use any code for each corresponding basic code, like item, customer, location, and department. And if you check Accessible Group option, you can limit the codes that the user can use. And after selecting the option, you need to click Setup. Then Level Group window will pop up. In the window, the level groups that you already created in each setup menu will appear. For example, if your company has multiple branches and each branch has their own warehouse, and if you want to limit each branch to be able to view only their own warehouse, you need to set up location level groups first for each branch, and then connect their own location code to each branch respectively. In Location Setup menu, click Level Group button. And in order to generate a new group, click Root folder and Function button. Add Group and set the code and name. Then the group will be generated on the left side, and you can see here the level groups that I set up. For California branch, if you want to limit the employees of the branch to only access their own warehouses and factories, set up the branch folder first, like this, and include the corresponding location codes into the folder. In order to do so, click the folder and go to top right and Not Included tab. In this tab, select the desired location code or factory code and click Include at the bottom. Then the selected ones will be added to the folder. And once you have completed setting up location level groups, you need to connect the level groups to each user ID. In Register User menu, click the user and go to Authorization tab. In Allow Authorization Setup, select Accessible Group option and click Setup. In the pop-up window, select the California branch folder and save. And save again. Then the user will be able to use only the location codes included in the selected group. So we are gonna see how the authorization works to the user. Since you have just set same user ID, if you log in with same, And if you go to an inventory input screen, new sales for example, when Sam searches for location codes, not the entire locations, but only the ones included in the accessible group will appear. And in the same way, you can limit accessible items, customers, and departments, just like you did with location codes. And please note that if the program says default, it means it will follow the settings of the default group authorization that has been set for this user ID. And you can set group authorizations by using authorization group settings in the left menu. The default option will follow the corresponding group's allow authorization settings.